Hello and welcome back to another episode of the SuperCoach Corner podcast. Today I've got my team talk, Darcy's team talk, heading out of round, 14, just gone. So heading into round 15. Most of the bye rounds done now, so there's two more to go. And as you can see on your screen if you're watching or if you're listening along, good week for me, very good week. Managed to have a lot of the top dogs, which helps completely in a bye round like this, and with some big scores on the board from those top dogs, it really helps set me apart. So, score of 2297, just shy of 2300, which would have been nice as a little mental thing just to get over that 2300. But saw me ranked 258th for the round, so really big round. Saw me rise just under 5k, sitting just outside the top 3000 at the moment. So started the season really slow, but have crept up quietly. And yeah, pretty much green arrows for a lot of the last couple of months, which has been good. And hopefully I think I'm in a decent position to continue that for the bye rounds and attack the back end of the year. You'll see from my team that I talked about it in the review pod with Tice, but I think I scored so well because a lot of my shit primos were off this week. No Houston, no Nick Newman, no Andy Brayshaw, who have really been letting me down this year, and it was their week off, so the rest of the team shined, which was nice. Speaking of, I'll get into the team. I'll start with last week's trades. Can never even remember what I did. I think I definitely made 3 again from all memory. Yeah, it was Artie Jones, Anderson, and Marshall out for Hall Khan, Badasky, and Jordan Dawson. So I ended up spending a lot of the cash, making 3 to double down just so I could get Dawson. Because I could have held off the Jones to Pods trade and opt for someone a bit cheaper rather than Dawson. But I loved him too much, and I just really liked the buy. And he's been obviously incredible this year. I just thought he was someone I wanted to finish my team with. Obviously didn't know he was going to go as big as he did, but that was incredible. I was tossing and turning with my trades for most of the week, and then to land on Dawson on a Thursday night and to watch him go 184 was incredible. No VC, which hurt, but yeah, it was just that, it doesn't get much better than that in SuperCoach. Trading a guy that's, not a pod, but, sort of bit a left field, and it does set you apart from a few different coaches. And for him to go that big, it justifies the trade in straight away. And look, I've had to play around with my trades this week, and I'm struggling cash-wise because I only left myself, what was it, 16k, because of paying up for Dawson, but it's worth it at the end of the day. I wouldn't change that, having that big score from last week. So anyway, I'll go through quickly the team that was on the weekend. So like I mentioned, had a few out, Houston, Newman, Dirksen, who probably doesn't even come back from the side, but Brayshaw were probably the main ones who missed. Nick Dacos, obviously, but everyone has him. The back line, Sinclair sort of scraped together a 90. I think him and Wilkie, for Wilkie owners, were both sort of impacted by Naz spending most of the day at half back, so didn't get a lot of the ball, but put together a decent score. I know a few people captained him, which would have hurt with the 90, but yeah, it did enough, I guess. Max Holmes 124 was huge. VC'd Baz on that Friday night game, but Holmes was probably the option there, and yeah, he did really, really well. Ash had a huge last quarter to pull together a 130. So, look, I started Ash. I think I'm in a little bit of a different position for a lot of people, but I know a lot of people trade him in after this hot start. I was a beneficiary of these back-to-back 130s, which was huge, but then it was a lean pack, like a lean run. Only one score over 110 for 10 rounds. Nothing bad either. He didn't play one bad game, but yeah, back-to-back 119 to 130 has sort of repaid people who have brought him in. I know he's still a popular trade this week, so I think back to halfback, you can't go wrong with Lockie Ash. Lockie Whitfield, they just haven't both really completely fired on the same day this year, but I think they will come, and both good options for your back line. Nick Newman, I mentioned, didn't play, and Hall Khan was good. He had heaps of the ball, probably could have been a bigger score, and just got to hope at this point that he keeps his spot. I love the cover if I can get it. So, with Dirksen likely to miss this week, I think with Wiedering back in, would be good to have Hawk on the bench, but they've got a bit back there. I think Mark Keane's coming back. I think Isaac Cumming is back soon as well. So just a couple games would be good at least, but we'll see how that goes. Into the midfield, Dawson I touched on was incredible. Baz had the VC on, just didn't really capitalise on a good matchup and a big win. Butters, he's just been incredible. Sort of had James Jordan at times and still posted a good score. So probably hasn't got the love from across the Supercoach world this year, just due to his high popularity, but has rarely played a bad game. So he was really, really good. Bont has been underwhelming since I brought him in, honestly. Like, when you don't start Bont, you plan a year to bring him in. And I brought him in, I think, where was it? Like here for his 88, I think, from memory. So that was his first game in my side, was the 88. Like, has been good since 4 tons since then, but nothing over 120. It's not really what you want from Bont, but good enough in a big loss. LDU was good enough, I thought, in a game where he got a lot of attention from Hoff. So that's fine. Like, this fixture really starts to open up now. So Richmond this week, I expect the big things from him. So hopefully justifies the trade in. Then Nick Dacos on the bye. Lockie Neal, didn't really take full advantage of the Richmond matchup, which sucks. I had the captain on him all weekend though. And then funny story with the captain, like, I was going Sherry into Neal, and then Goat was named, and I thought I can't VC Sherry if he's sharing that much of the rock. So I decided to go Grundy into Neal. And then I was out having beers with mates on Friday night. I don't know, just thought it'd be fun to chuck the VC on Baz and cheer that on while watching the footy at the pub, and obviously that didn't turn out very well. And then so I had to see on Neal, and then I was at home alone on Saturday night with the missus out, and I thought, well, I'll just cheer on Grundy, may as well. I'm just sitting at home doing nothing, watch the footy, and well, that bought me 17 points, so we'll take that. So I didn't captain Neal. Cumming was okay with a late goal with 61. The rucks were really good, so Gorn 168, Sherry 152. Still alarming with Sherry, just due to the way that he got his points, but we'll take it and hopefully continue to beat up on these easier matchups. And then Grundy, I mentioned in the flex with 119 as captain. And the forwards were really good as well. She's a 142. He's had an unbelievable year. Horny one since I brought him in. I think it's been 2 weeks now, but yeah, back-to-back 110 pluses since I brought him in. 119 into 112 was been really good. Great buying if you did go there after his buy. Cozzy 141, massive. Again, brought him in last week as well. So I felt I've timed a lot of these trades well, which is good and probably helped with the rank rise that I've been having. Tim Kelly has been really, honestly, really good for me. Like, I don't know. It started as a tough own. I think I might have traded him in, like, could have even been for this 50, but like, since probably round 8 onwards, has been good. Like 120, 87, 115. The 66 against Collingwood was shit, but into a 105 and a 90 and 108. Like, been pretty serviceable, and the role looks to be unlocked now. So he'll benefit from a rest, and hopefully comes back after the bye even better. Murdoch and Roby were underwhelming. So I kind of was banking on these guys for good cover throughout the buys, and even tinker with the idea of keeping one of them as sort of cover after the buy. That probably went by the wayside just due to these rookies that are just not making any cash on my bench. But not posting good scores at all. Roby didn't see a centre bounce in the second half, which is alarming. So he's gone anyway. So those two have got to go for me. Both with, I think, break evens over 100. Yeah, both with break evens over 100. Yeah, time to move on. They've done a really good job. Obviously, Murdoch's everyone had, and he's done an awesome job for everyone. Roby was a good left field rookie option that I took that has provided some really good scores on field for me, and made me 120k or 130. Well, I don't even know how much it was in the end, but he was good as well. So time to move them on. I'm now sitting. Look, this is the team at the moment. I'll get what I've got on the field with 18 trades, 16k. This is it. Murdoch and Roby are the two upgrades to make. Counting Houston and Newman is like they're probably the big holes in my team. The rest, like Brayshaw, is probably a hole, but he's been good the last his 3-rounder is 113, 5-rounder 105. So good enough for an M8. Midfield I like. No Heaney could hurt me on the run home, especially if they have like a easy matchup. Like, have they got any easy beats on the run home? Yeah, like Carl. Oh no, I'm looking at the wrong one. Yeah, like Essendon around 23 could be a huge one for non-Heaney owners like myself. Even North have like do send attention. Like I think Foss goes to him here or something. Like you got to send attention to him there. But yeah, that Essendon in SuperCoach prelim, is it? Just gotta hope and pray that even Adelaide here in round 19. Gotta hope and pray that my opponent doesn't have him. A quick update as well. I did win the SuperCoach Cup, obviously with my big score. So through to the top. What is it? 1,000 now. Playing against Marty's Maggots. Let's have a look at his team quickly. Luke Ryan. Sammy Grill still. He's there. Nick Newman. Jeez. Oh, Archie Roberts. That's nice. Heaney. Grundy. Bailey. Harley Reid. All in the bye. Not bad. Let's see if we can get, into the top 500 would be nice and we can follow along for the rest of the year. But, yeah, in terms of trades, I think... So I don't have Petrarca, as you can see, and like he's someone that I want to finish my team with, obviously. But I just don't think this is the week for him. With what is it? So he's at 506k now with a break even of 142 against Hawthorn, who are a tough midfield to come up against. 111, earlier in the year. But then it starts to open up a little bit for Gold Coast with Freo, who aren't super accountable, Collingwood, Adelaide. So even Doggies Carlton after that is in Melbourne. So like it doesn't. Like I'll need to get him. I just don't think this is the week. I'm happy to wait it for 1 week with a break even in the 140s. Hopefully get him for less than 500, and reassess then. Especially with like just how strapped I am for cash at the moment. That extra 10k, 15k that he might drop this week could be vital for me. Being able to finish my team. So happy to wait a week on that. But it is 2 forwards that I need. So like I need to get one more, and this is where it starts to get interesting. Like if I'm looking at my team, I've got 8 trades. Ideally, I want 5 for the run home, and I think I can make it happen with Murdoch, Roby, and Cumming. But it just would mean that F6 position is going to be like penny pinching, which I think is okay because there's lots of options. Under 400k, there's like so many options alone. And where am I? We'll go through them and maybe rank them. Why is this not working? Anyone? Are you guys watching this? There we go. Like we got Joe Richards, who I really like, and I'm not sharing. I'm only just sharing this tab, so I can't go through his CBA numbers, but he's gone up last week from 40 up to 60% this week, and looked really good against Sydney as well, mind you. Like he has done really good things. Looks classy in there as well. At less than 400k, I think he's good buying. It's not great. It's like he's more expensive, and again, like it's similar to Track in the sense that like I can get a different option for 20, 30, 40k cheaper, which could really aid me in finishing this team with 5 trades left. So, but he's there. I really like him. I think he could be the best option on the run home. I really like Brent Daniels too. The issue we spoke about in the review pod with Daniels is his body, and not even the fact that he like the injury concerns, more the rest concerns is what worries me the most with Daniels. So I'm happy to leave him just because of that. But if you like Daniels and you want to go there, I could not argue against it. So he is there. Phil Thorpe, I like Phil Thorpe. Average 97, I think, last year. Average 97. High score of 164, low score of 46. Let's just have a quick look at it. Like I know it's not last year, and like he's a different player this year, but he just looked very hampered from the back concerns from all reports to start the year. Had 2 weeks off with that suspension into the bye, and he just looked a different player on Thursday night. He looked like he was attacking the contest a lot more, His miss looked really good, kicking goals, and his run isn't bad. Like, Melbourne are okay. Port aren't a great side and, likes the showdown. West Coast should be a big win for Adelaide. Gold Coast, there's Collingwood in there, Essendon and Richmond. Oh, that is, I know, like, the prelim and the grand final's not great for him with Freo into Giants, but if you're making Supercoach finals and you've got, like, Essendon into Richmond for a big key forward who, averaged 97 last year, and I think these are his numbers last year. Yeah. Like, yeah, he had some down games against good sides. 65 against the Cats, 70 against the Giants, but, like, had big scores against North, Collingwood, Port, West Coast, Richmond. Like, you can go. I like it. I think it's really good. Like, it's so cheap. He's the cheapest option of the guys I'm going to go through. So he's definitely up there on my radar. I think it's up and down. I'd want good cover for him, which I don't really have. So that's probably the big thing. I've got Pods, who's there, and then Banfield, who I don't love. So, and then whoever I trade in this week will also be Ford eligible in terms of the downgrade. Durham, I think, is the best option probably in terms of this under 400k. I want someone this week, really, is the bottom line, and then he's got the buy. So, like, anyone else that I pick has got an extra game on him. And I'm still not certain on how that Essendon midfield shapes up. Like, no, Roberts probably helps him in the fact that I think Merritt stays back there now. But they've still got Parrish and Caldwell to come back in. I think they'll still want to give midfield time to Sharp at some point throughout the year. Roby will get thrown around in there too. Like, there's a lot of mouths to feed. Even if it's, I don't think he goes out completely. I don't think that's going to happen, but I don't think the 70% is sustainable that he's had the last couple of weeks. So, and I think that impacts his scoring. Also, like, he's played Carlton and Melbourne. Like, Melbourne are a good side, but Essendon were competitive against them. Not many super easy beats on the run home. Like, it gets tough for Essendon. North this week or in round 16 is somewhat easy, and they might be able to be competitive there. Saints, you could say the same thing, but then it gets super hard with Brisbane, Giants, Hawthorn, Adelaide, Geelong, Sydney. That's that's a tough 7-8 round patch. So I think I'm just talking myself out of Durham. I don't want to wait a week, so he's probably not a chance for me. And then the last one is Colby McKercher. He scored 80, went to the halfback in the second quarter. Just had, I think it was 12 touches, which is alarming for me, and got a good run, obviously, as do all the North players, but was it 12 touches? Yeah, 12 touches. Like, that's good ratio for Colby. Like, he doesn't usually score that well with low disposals, but he did in this instance. I don't know. I'll keep an eye on him throughout the week. If there's reports that he's playing, settled at halfback, Foss is back this week, which will help him, then I might take the punt on him, but it could be Thilthorpe. I'm not sure. Let's just say it's Thilthorpe. I don't even know. Like, it wasn't Thilthorpe before this video, but I kind of talked myself into his run. But let's say it's McKercher, because I think he's my next best option other than, what's his name? Durham. I don't want to wait the week. I'm just impatient. So, Murdoch out, Sully out. For, let's call it Kirch. No, I don't have any DPP for my forward line, which is come to hurt me in the end. But so I need a forward rook. I've already got Pods, got him last week. So ideally 99. Oh, I'll open it up a little bit. Ideally, I want a 99k forward rookie. I'll get rid of this name. So I think it's Lake, because if he doesn't play, he doesn't play. I don't really care that much. Like, it's between him and who else, really. Because I like the DPP. Like, I'm already stuck with DPP as it is. So it'd be nice just to have that there. And it leaves me with 220k. The reason that's important is next week could just be coming to track. So coming up now gives me 494k, which is about 10k more than what, or 10k less, sorry, than what, where am I going? Track is. 12k less. Track with a break even of 140, coming with a break even, I think, in the 30s. 36. Hopefully that they can meet in the middle somewhere, and that works as the third trade. So hence why I really like Harvey Harrison. Sorry. For those who are looking to go down this week and you want someone on the bubble, I do like Harvey Harrison. As a Collingwood supporter, I think he's a really good player. He's been highly rated in the Collingwood system for a long time. Had his issues with his body, but has shown that he can find the footy. He's good with the footy and can hit the scoreboard as well. And a couple of easier matchups for the Pies, especially in the next couple of weeks, like in round 16, which you want cover. He's got Richmond. So I think he's a really good option. The issue there, obviously, for me is that I'm banking on a decent coming score and a bad track score to be able to afford track next week. Whereas if Blake turns into Harrison, it just pretty much leaves me with no chance. 467k. I then need to make up 30, 40k between those two, which isn't possible. And he also has no DVP, so I'm then stuck with Harrison and Pods on the bench in the midfield. In the forward line, which is a risk come the end of the year. I think as a Collingwood supporter, I think both of the job security is pretty good. So at least you've got cover, but it's not like you could even loop them either. So I think I'm just going to go Lake, hold off. Hopefully I can go coming to track next week, finish the team there. And yeah, that's about me. The McKercher one is really up in the air. I'm not 100% sure about that. So it could be what's his name? Could be Phil Thorpe. Could be smart and wait for Durham next week, or just go Durham this week and hold him. It could be I could pay up for Richards. I don't think I will, but maybe I might. But yeah, some other guys I just want to we'll talk about this guy in the I'll make this trade for now. We'll talk about this guy in the preview pod, and I'm sure Tyson will talk about him in his team talk as well. But another way, I'll quickly undo these changes, that I'm thinking about making cash is Houston out. Oh, my mouse has just died, so I'm just going to freehand this one for the end of it. And Sam Banks, I don't have him on me because my mouse is dead, but Sam Banks, 287k, I'm pretty sure he is. Moved back to halfback last week with Rechko and James Trezise manning the wings. He's I think he's good for 85 or 90. And at that price, if you can get him, if you're the positions trade wise that you could potentially have him as cover, maybe switch him and Hawkeye as cover in that mid defense to finish your year, I think he could provide really, really good value. So someone I'm looking at, Houston, I've held him for this long. I've held him for the buy. I'm just probably going to have to hold him. But with not much cash through rookies, fattened rookies that I can't really make much cash on, I don't know how else I'm meant to... this could be a different way for me to make a bit of cash and still improve my team. Because there's every chance that Banks does do more than Houston on the run home, and I'm banking 130k or 110k while doing it. So it's there. I probably won't do it. I don't think I have the balls to do that, but it's there if you are looking and you may be tight on trades or tight on rookies. You could look there as well. But anyway, that's me. I think I've rambled on for a little bit too long this episode. So if you did like it, leave a like. Let us know in the comments how you're looking, or if you have any questions or anything. We will be recording the preview pod on the Wednesday night. So again, we have a Q&A section at the end of that as well. So feel free to leave a comment in Spotify, in the YouTube comments, and we'll get to that. If not, you can head to our socials and we'll have a story up. It's usually in the afternoon on a Wednesday, and you can just pop your questions in there as well, and we'll get to them when we record. But thank you again for listening. We'll see you in the next one. I got to figure out how to stop this recording while having a dead mouse. So I'll speak to you soon. Thanks, mate.